Yeah, well, elect a new president. That's what you do.
In the world of politics, there's no event quite like one of New Jersey Governor Chris Christie's town hall. He's had 127 of them, and if you haven't been to one, you've probably seen the highlights.
And let me tell you something. After you graduate from law school, you conduct yourself like that in a courtroom, your rear end's going to get thrown in jail, idiot.
If you'd like to conduct a respectful conversation, I'm happy to do it. If you don't, please go and sit down and I'll answer the next question.
On this day in Moorestown, Springsteen's Born to Run plays as the crowd files in and signs in for Christie's 128th town hall, his first in almost 6 months. Much of that time, including half of the days in 2015 so far, the governor has spent out of state, laying the groundwork for a possible presidential campaign. Some of those showing up in Moorestown are Christie fans.
Oh, yeah, and I really like him, and I really supported the puppy mill bill that he just signed.
Others are critics.
I think our roads, our bridges, infrastructure really needs some work, and he didn't have any kind of a plan about how he's going to be doing that.
But what most attendees don't know is that really they're just kind of extras. Extras in a well-oiled, highly produced, taxpayer-funded production that has been used as the chief tool to catapult the governor to national political prominence. 2 separate camera crews capture the action. This one will grab clips from the event to post immediately to YouTube. Before most of the journalists actually covering the event can file their stories, the links to these videos are emailed to a list of more than 2,500 reporters nationwide, giving Christie a leg up on framing the story in the national media. That list, on which the conservative-leaning Fox News had more contacts than any other outlet, remained secret for 4.5 years, until WNYC Public Radio sued the governor just to be able to see it. Footage from town halls is also used in the more highly produced videos Christie's office produces, like the mock movie trailers touting his initiatives.
The looming crisis is clear. We can no longer stand around and say, it's not a problem. Don't worry about it.
This summer, from the makers of...
Together, we've begun to clean up the mess of the past. Pensions, health benefits, and debt service.
Today, there's a second film crew here, armed with some Hollywood-caliber cameras and new to the town hall circuit. They don't work for the state. They're shooting for Christie's Political Action Committee, formed recently as a first step towards a presidential run. Judging by that most measurable of statistics, money, Christie places great value on this operation. Last year, despite the state budget crunch, 27 members of Christie's staff received raises. 24 of them are the aides who set the stage at his town halls and other media events and handle his image. By the way, the Bergen Record also had to sue to get the info on those raises. In Moorestown now, the cameras are ready. The show begins.
Good to see you. Been a while.
If they're not using gestational crates in New Jersey, why should I ban them?
Part B to the question is Sandy related.
Part B?
But
I mean, after that performance, we get a Part B?
It's not overly eventful as town halls go, but it's still productive. Christie finishes with a riff about how despite his travels and his possible presidential bid, he remains committed to tackling the financial mess New Jersey finds itself in.
That I am focused on this job. I care about this job. And whatever else may happen in my future, whatever else I may decide to pursue, I've always told all of you the truth about that.
He wraps up, heads backstage, and immediately grants an exclusive behind-the-curtain interview to reporter Michael Warren from the Weekly Standard, a national conservative political magazine. The two are not discussing New Jersey issues, but rather Christie's recently dimming presidential prospects. 2 days later, Christie gets the ink he wants. Warren's story headlined, "The Chris Christie Comeback Tour." Meanwhile, the work of editing the YouTube clips has already begun. Here, Lauren Fritz, Christie's director of digital media, tells the crew which clips should be posted. Before the set even comes down, the first of 3 videos is up on YouTube. The New Jerseyans who attended the event might not even be home yet, but the links to the videos have already landed in the inboxes of the real audience for today's event, the 2,500 reporters and producers on that secret email list. Take it easy, Jersey.